Visit our website startupstories.in for more inspirational stories and updates from the startup world. Startup Stories in association with Look.in. The man who is considered as a synonym for success, honesty, perseverance and brilliant intelligence is an analytical genius and the second richest man on our planet. Today, we are talking about none other than the Wizard of Omaha, Warren Buffett, who is undeniably the most successful investor in the history. Success at Warren's rate is not a result of following a set formula. It was a continuous process which was followed with utmost discipline, perseverance and effective execution, which played a pivotal role in his success story. Here is the journey of the man who is today valued at $74 billion, Warren Edward Buffett, and here are the list of key factors which led to his coveted success. Born in Nebraska in 1930, elementary education started at Rose Hill Elementary School in Omaha. He then went to the Alice Deal Junior High School and soon completed his Master of Science in Economics. By the age of 13, Warren was running his own business as a paperboy and selling his own horse racing tip sheet. That same year, he filed his first tax return, claiming his bike as a $35 tax deduction. However, things took a turn when Warren and one of his friends invested $25 to buy a pinball machine that they installed in a barber shop. As they started generating income out of that machine, they soon installed some more machines in other barber shops. Eventually, Warren owned machines in 3 different locations before he sold the business for $1,200. Warren Buffett was just 11 years old when he purchased his first shares for himself as well as for his sister. Later, at the age of 16, Buffett enrolled at the University of Pennsylvania to study business. He stayed there for 2 years and then moved on to University of Nebraska to finish up his degree and emerged from college at the age of 20 with $9,800. He later rushed to meet Ben Graham, who was on board of Geico Insurance. Warren aimed to work for Graham, and that too without any fees. But he was refused the job as Ben preferred to hire only Jews. Hence, a disappointed Warren soon came back to Omaha. After he came back, Warren's investments were predominantly limited to a gas station and some real estate business. However, neither of them was successful. It was during this time that he began teaching night classes at the University of Omaha. Later, in an effort to conquer his intense fear of public speaking, Warren took a course by Dale Carnegie. Slowly, things kept changing for Warren. He finally got a call from his idol Ben Graham, inviting the young stockbroker to come and work for him. Warren was finally given the opportunity he had long awaited, and there was no stopping to his happiness. Later, Warren and his wife Susie moved into a house in the suburbs of New York. Warren spent his days analyzing S&P reports and searching for investment opportunities. While everything was going good initially, differences between Graham and Buffett's philosophies began to emerge. Ben simply wanted numbers, whereas Warren was predominantly interested in a company's management as a major factor when deciding to invest. Ben looked only at the balance sheet and the income statement, and he would care less about corporate leadership. Later, between 1950 and 1956, Warren built his personal capital up to $140,000 from a mere $9,800. With this determination, he set his sights back on Omaha and began planning his next move. Before the end of 1956, he was managing $300,000 in capital. Small to say the least, but he had much bigger plans for that pool of money. He purchased a house for $31,500 and named it Buffett's Folly, where he managed his partnerships originally from one of the home's bedrooms and later moved into a small office. By this time, his life had begun to take shape. He had 3 children, a beautiful wife and a successfully growing business. Over the course of the next 5 years, Buffett's partnerships raked up an impressive 251% profit, while the Dow was up by only 74.3%. By 1962, the partnership had capital in excess of $7.2 million, of which a cool $1 million was Warren's personal stake. He also had more than 90 limited partners across the United States. Later, in one decisive move, he melded the partnerships into a single entity and called it Buffett Partnerships Limited. He also increased the minimum investment to $100,000 and also opened an office at Farnham Street. 10 years after its founding, the Buffett partnership assets were up with more than 1,156% compared to the Dow's 122.9%, acting as lord over assets that had ballooned to $44 million. Warren and Susie's personal stake was $6.8 million. From then, Mr. Buffett, as they say, had arrived in the market. Despite the stupendous success of Buffett Partnership, its founder dissolved the firm in 1969 to focus on the development of Berkshire Hathaway. He phased out its textile manufacturing division and instead expanded the company by buying assets in media, insurance, and oil. Following Berkshire Hathaway's significant investment in Coca-Cola, Warren Buffett became the director of the company from 1989 until 2006. Warren had also served as the director of Citigroup Global Market Holdings, Graham Holdings Company, and the Gillette Company. Later, in June 2006, Warren Buffett made an announcement that he would be giving his entire fortune away to charity, committing 85% of it to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This donation became the largest act of charitable giving in the United States history. In 2010, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates announced that they had formed the Giving Pledge campaign to recruit more wealthy individuals for philanthropic causes. Today, Warren Buffett is widely regarded as the greatest living investor ever, having grown his company Berkshire Hathaway into an investing and business conglomerate with a total assets of more than $604 billion. While Buffett has built remarkable wealth over the decades, his feet are still firmly planted on the ground. He still lives in the same home in Omaha that he purchased in 1958 for $31,500 and still stops by to purchase from local shops. When entrepreneurs and startups today hunt for investors for the growth of their company, Warren Buffett built his own legacy that is remarkable and phenomenal. Startup Stories salutes Warren Buffett for his incredible contribution to the world of business. His story will stand as an inspiration for generations to come. Thank you so much everyone for suggesting us to bring Warren Buffett's success story. We hope you like it. Do let us know whose story do you want to see next in the comment section below, and we'll soon have it uploaded on this channel. For more inspirational stories and updates from the startup world, visit our website www.startupstories.in. Till then, stay motivated.